Hello, welcome to Smooth Nature. I'm back. It's been a long while between videos, and I do apologize. I had carpal tunnel surgery on both hands, and for those who have had it, you know what I'm talking about when I say it just hurts. You move your hands wrong, you squeeze too hard or something, and it just hurts. I'm finally getting to that point where I can use light shop tools, you know, nothing aggressive. I haven't even been able to get in a forge probably 3-4 months now, so I'm really itching to get back out there. Winter's gone, spring's about here, which turkey season starts at the end of this month. And I'm pretty excited because I have this. I bought this off my Uncle Ed. It's a nice 12 gauge shotgun. It's a Hopkins and Allen from, I believe, Norwich, Connecticut, made in Connecticut. 12 gauge, full choke. The buttstock's been replaced at some point. And so we're gonna get that work down. Did a good job, whoever did. We got a nice tight fit up in here. That's the hard part. Just a little bit of thing. I gotta fill this hole in, get it plugged, butt plate, and then just finish contouring it, sanding it. And I'm pretty excited about it. This is what I'm going to use, and it's going to be a good time. So first things first, we're going to plug that hole. The way I'm going to do it is I happen to have a whole sander full of walnut sanding dust from our other project. So I got that belt sander. It's got a collection bag on it. That's all walnut. So we'll be taking that out. Going to be mixing it with some epoxy. It's 24-hour epoxy. That way it's able to get down in there and get in all in places and really soak into that wood and grab hold. So the side to that, bad side of that is 24 hours. So I'll put it in the day, I'll let it set up completely, and then I'll be able to go back and finish this out. Sounds easy, don't it? A little complicated though. So we're going to get started with this. We're going to get the epoxy mixed up. It's going to be real short today. Mix it, put it in, let it go. It's a nice day outside, 60 degrees. I've been waiting for these days for quite a while now. And so let's get started. Yeah, so we're going to need to plug this hole. And the way I want to do that's so we get into the bolt. We should ever have to take that stock off at some point. But I'm going to use newspaper. Get that out of the way. And we're just going to make a small insert, if you will. And I've chosen newspaper because I can then go back in, pull it out in pieces, you know. Easy peasy. I like it that way. We're just going to get it all nice and rolled up here. It's not a hard thing to do. And like I said, the only thing I need to do is be able to get back into that screw head. So I like to put as much fill in there as possible. That's probably too much. We're going to shorten this out. Okay. So like I said, I get into that screw hole, and that's really the only reason I'd ever have to get back in there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll this up, and looks like a 1/4 20 machine screw head on there. So nothing huge. It's not a 3/8. It's not a 1/2 inch. That will more than do it right there. Okay. Okay, epoxy's mixed up. It's just an eyeball amount. Just like this is just going to be an eyeball amount. Here we go. We'll start with that. What I got. Yeah. I'm a great fan of mixing the wood chips, sawdust with it. It seems like it binds a lot better. Stabilizes it better, if you would say. But it doesn't creep out of the little cracks or anything else. It seems just to grab hold of things better that way. Get this all mixed up nice and good. Okay, looks like chocolate pudding. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put that in our buttstock. Okay, newspaper's in there. Let's hold my spot. Just going to keep it nice and level. I got a pipe clamp on the table, and I'm want to clamp that into place. So wipe off all the extra, and there's nothing else I can do till tomorrow then. I'm not real worried about it building up on the outside, but it would be nice. And another good reason that I've done this is that, you know, because it got pretty thin over here, so I can still shape that. And if I do happen to get through that wood, it's still going to be brown. You know, it's going to match somewhat. My only other choice is rip this off and start over. But I think that my uncle put this on, so for that reason, I want to keep it. You know, just kind of finish it out, and it means something that way. Well, good morning. Day 2. Here we are. Working on this still. Epoxy set up. So I had a great epiphany yesterday. I was doing this. I'll probably never take this buttstock off. So rather than fight that paper plug, it's solid. It's all the way through. Had a slight crack on the side. I went ahead and filled that with the epoxy and walnut blend. And so now we're just going to shape this and sand it down. Like I said, it's pretty rough right now. Put a butt plate on it. And I'm going to sand it down, get that grain out. I'm excited about this part. This is probably my favorite part. And it's when it comes to life. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll take the barrel off and the forearm and work on that. I've been looking at this receiver part of it. And what I've been finding, it's like a nickel plating or something. So I'm going to polish this and just do the best I can with it. I got the True Oil coming to finish out the wood. And I'm just going to leave the barrel like it is. I like that plum brown look to it. It's a little antique-y. So, like I said, take the barrel forearm off and we're going to get started on this. This is going to be a multiple day project because my hands are still sore. And I can only do so much, and then it's just time to quit, you know, done. Alright, so let's get moving on this. Okay, so this is the, let's back that out a little bit. Okay, so this piece, this whole piece is meant to come off that barrel. There's just a tendon there, but don't let it's ever been off because it came off in 2 pieces. So I'm going to have to work on that a little bit, and it only had 1 screw in it, so I'm going to have to do something about that. But interesting. Okay, onward and upward. Okay, so I got some sawdust there from where I sanded a little bit off of the forearm piece. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of wood glue in there and mix that up into that sawdust, and I'll get like a paste, and kind of like a wood putty maybe. So I'm just going to take that then, and I'm going to put that in the hole. There was a screw here, and me not knowing any better, I pulled this forearm off and pulled that screw out and the wood. So I'm going to fill that in, put that screw back in, and that'll be held in place. So it's not a mistake if you can fix it or hide it, they say. So let's just see what we can do here. Yeah. And I do like the wood glue, indoor, outdoor, all purpose, and it sets up harder than the wood. It does a really good job. That's my go-to on any wood project, and so far I've not had any issues with it. Alright, so we're going to let that set up, and we're going to go ahead and move on. This piece is part of the forearm. It's buffing up really well. It's just, I wonder what kind of metal it is, because it's a really good finish or something. But yeah, alright, let's keep going. Okay, we're going old school. This is a 400 grit. I'm just going to bring out that wood a little bit. This is the original forearm, no doubt. and it's actually made just to pop off that barrel, and that's going to be easier for future reference. But, this piece is going to go pretty smooth. It's already there. It was kind of rough. I'm going to try to bring out that luster, that grain a little bit on that walnut, because I am a huge fan of walnut. Black walnut, good stuff. And it'll allow me to get this buffed up a little better too. I'm using 440 steel wool here. That's what we use on bringing that luster back. And probably go with some polish, buffing compound. But for now I want to get the rough stuff off of it with just this really fine steel wool. I like that. That's going to look good. Put it back to where it was, you know. It's just really curious. Alright. Rather than stand here and watch me sand this entire piece, I'll just do the work. We'll break in intermittently and show the progress. But there's really no point making a 5-hour video of me sanding a piece of wood. Agreed? I'll be back. Alright, so my hands are done for the day. This is really all I feel like I want to do right now. They get still pretty sore. So got the forearm sanded. Got this piece buffed up, polished a little bit, starting on this receiver. So this is what we got after all that work. It's come out nice and even. Just got to do the butt here and get the side of this all nice and smooth again. I got the angle set in. This turned out pretty good, the knob here, and I'm really pleased how that came out. This wood's working really easy. Just been using the rasp. Couple different kinds, just pretty nice. This takes out a lot real quick, so you got to be ready for it. And a rasp and sandpaper, and that's what we're working with. So now I'm just gonna just get the sanding marks, the rasp marks out of here, get this all to flow nice and evenly, and I'm about ready to start finishing this. I'm pretty excited about that. So we're gonna try the electric sander again. And see if I can handle that one today. Okay, so now I'm just going over the whole thing. 1500 grit sandpaper, and I gotta say, my uncle might want this back. After he sees this, this is some beautiful wood. I was really impressed with this. We'll get a much better look once this is all done. Right now, just a lot of this. I don't know how much more of this I'm going to do, but right now, a lot of this. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the first sanding's done. And I could probably go all day on this stuff. But look at that grain. That is probably the nicest grain I've seen in quite a while. And that was all laying underneath. Beautiful grain, black walnut. Just one of my favorite woods, just because of that reason. It's beautiful. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to try to get a first coat of what do I have here? Chew oil, and then that'll be today. That'll finish out my day right there. Then, so this is going to be sharp. That's all I can say. Alright, we'll proceed to the true oil, I believe. Okay, in all my excitement, we're going to make a butt plate. We're just going to use a piece of low carbon steel here and find the best use for this piece. Looks like it's going to matter either way. short. Okay, so right there looks pretty good. Trace it out and then use a belt sander and a grinder, cut off wheel, and then just, that'll take care of that and make it look better than what I got there now, for sure. We're just going to trace this outline as we need it here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and cut that out. It's probably something you don't want to hear. It's going to be a lot of noise. So I'll get this cut out and then we'll be back. Okay, just going to do a center line now on the butt plate. Yeah, that ain't center. Okay, I was just kidding. Okay, I like to use some masonry nail. It's pretty hard, and that's what I use for a center punch rather than having to keep, grinding down the point. This goes bad, I throw it back in the box and get one that's still sharp. But they hold up pretty good to being hit in the steel. Alright, let's drill some holes now. Okay, holes are countersunk, nice and flat. Okay, let's see what we can do about getting that on there now. Okay, ta-da, there's that. Yeah. Get these edges to match. You can see there's a pretty good lip there. I'll get these to work, nice and blended, and then we're going to take this off and glue it and move on from there. But okay, so I did that. Trying to knock a burr off and jump, so it's got a battle scar already. This piece here, I don't know if I went over this or not. There was a split. Try to get that out of the light. There we go. There was a split through here. Filled out with the epoxy and sawdust mixture. And then, like I said, as I was trimming out the burrs off the edge, that knife jumped and right down through there. So we had a battle scar. I'm not going to worry about sanding that out. It's just too nice, and I don't want to have to go any further. This thing's still got to be able to take an impact. So that's what we got. Yeah, it's just a nice fit. Took a while. Just had to go slow. Little dab will do you, So at this point, this is all going to get blued and knock that rust off there. This is going to get blued, and that part's done. Okay, so 3 coats of Chew oil. Here's the Forearm. Turned out really well. I really like that stuff. First time I ever used it, and I'm a fan. So this turned out, I don't know if you can see the grain on this or not. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, back out now. Yeah, so the grain right up through here is just amazing. That's why I love this wood. It's so interesting. Well, there you go. Alright. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so here we are, finished product. You will notice that I did add a recoil pad on the end of this. I have shot these 12 gauge in the past with a steel butt plate. It wasn't a part of that I enjoyed doing, and so if I could not do that again, I will not. This is Hopkins and Allen, or Allen and Hopkins, something like that. Hopkins and Allen. It's from Connecticut, North Manchester, North something. It's printed way too small. So the reason we're doing this, turkey season starts in 3 weeks, and I'm going to be taking this out. I already got the loads for it, and I have to go out and pattern it, make sure it's what I want. But I really like the looks of this. It used to belong to my Uncle Ed. I don't know if I told the story or not, but when I bought it from him, it had the stock, partially done. I never got the chance to talk to him yet to find out the whole story on it, but I will. And the wood, I mean, great choice of wood. That walnut and that burl in there, just top shelf. So maybe the next time we see this, it'll be opening day of turkey season. Maybe laying beside the carcass of a nice tom, and nothing else is going to be sitting out in the woods with me, which is always a good day, right? I do have another project coming up. It's also another gun. I've been working on this one, getting stuff together for it. This here is a Savage. It's got a monochlor stock on it, full length, 22 single shot. I got some parts for it, and I've been kind of chomping at the bit to do this one next. So that we will do. My hands are getting better. I can use them now without the screaming and the pain and everything else. So this was a good test for that. Alright, that's all we got for now. I'm Gary, spooning with nature. We'll see you turkey season, if not before. Thank you for watching.